Yo guys, what's up? Shadow here. Welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Alright, so today we will be able to finally finish off the whole reactor, the reactor complex, the reactor floor, whatever you want to call it. But I'm sure we're finally able to make this go away. Basically, make it finite, finish it. There we go, only a 200 more, 126 actually needed. That should be able to get this in just one go here. There we go. And with that, reactor number 2 has been created. Excellent. So, with that out of the way, well, I think now we don't have to let this run anymore, but hey, there you go. Yeah, let's turn that off, shall we? There. Okay. So, now let us get just some steel plates and we'll start enclosing the whole room, and then we'll go over to interior decoration and whatnot. So, that's what we're gonna do this time around. So I'm eagerly waiting for the next warfare update. I'm not quite sure how long this is gonna take. But the thing is, since they you know, they announced it as part 1, it's kind of a nice thing because they already put the spoiler or like a teaser out there basically for the next one, so you already know, ooh, okay, they're working on, well, something at least. And that's nice, you know. It's always nice if you at least know that they're working on something, or if you kind of know, oh, they're working on something that goes in the direction of X. In this case, in the direction of something warfare related. That's nice, you know. But yeah, there you go. Actually, it's been really interesting. You know, I do play shooters every once in a while. Actually, right now I'm playing quite a lot of shooters. But I realized that it's not necessarily the game that really lends itself to me anymore. Back in the day, I was actually really good in shooters. To be fair, I mostly played Call of Duty kind of stuff. Well, in multiplayer anyways, but yeah. I was quite good. And today, I still feel I'm decent. Especially, you know, when it comes to, like, knowing where to go, map knowledge and stuff like that. Because I play a lot of objective-based shooter things. So even in Call of Duty, I do not play deathmatch or stuff like that. I like to play objective-based game modes because that's where I'm particularly good at. Because I know where I need to go, I know how to hold people back, you know, deny areas and stuff like that. What I'm not good at is, well, the shooting part most of the time. Or I'm not super good at, let's put it that way, because I have to say, even though that sounds like super cliche, my reflexes are not as good as they used to be. Jesus fucking Christ, I mean, seriously. Especially to me in Modern Warfare, the newest one. Sometimes I really have the feeling like people have to be cheating, but then I realize no, these are just probably really young people that have reflexes like absolute gods. Because sometimes I do not even see the enemy and I'm already dead. Because they saw a pixel of my head come around the freaking corner, you know what I mean? And they're already, oh, bam, you know? That's just something I cannot do anymore. I can't. But, you know, it's still fun to play these games, but my god. You know, you have to get your advantages in other situations, you know? Pre-firing around corners and stuff like that. It's kind of dumb, but hey, it works. And now I've even made it harder for myself because I've started to play around in Rainbow Six Siege. It wasn't like sale recently, and I've always had an eye on that game. But my god, that game is even more terrifying because it's It's kind of like if you would play on hardcore mode on Call of Duty, because it's even less forgiving if you get hit. And you know, in comparison, my god, that game tells you almost nothing. You have to know so much stuff to play Siege correctly, it feels like. You know, you don't get a mini-map or anything like that. If you don't know how the map looks like, well, tough. Good luck. It's really terrifying, especially if it's like your first few games. You're somewhere inside of the building, or if you're attacking outside of the building, and you're like, what the hell am I doing? Where am I going? I'm just gonna follow people. You know what I mean? Which is not always a good idea, but Jesus Christ, man. And I'm having a lot of fun. But yeah, you know, it's games like these where I'm feeling more comfortable. Technically, you know, in this game, it's also basically first person, but it's not mainly a shooter, so that's okay. Actually, I tend to drift more towards RPGs and strategy games and stuff like that recently, to be fair. Death Stranding has also been quite relaxing, to be fair. But that game is a special category in itself, I would say, you know. But yeah, been having a lot of fun time recently. Really nice, you know. And yeah, you know, I'm patiently waiting for the update. Because right now, with a lot of my creative stuff, I've put a pause on it because I use a lot of different mods for my creative things, especially weapon mods. And if there's new weapons coming out, especially for ships, then I kind of want to see where that development is going before I continue with certain things, you know? It's always a bit of a problem with things like Space Engineers when there's like updates coming along that completely throw modding like upside down sometimes, you know? So yeah, it's a bit special. I've actually created something in creative recently that is kind of crazy. It's like a really tall building essentially. And by really tall, I mean like about 500 meters tall or something. It's basically, it's like inspired like by a hive city, you know, from Warhammer 40k, if you ever seen one of those. Obviously not to scale, because my goodness, the hive cities are crazy. If you read the lore, they're like abominations when it comes to like size. So it's not even close to that, but you know, something like that. It's like a big tower with the most rich people on top, and then the lower you go, the more you come into the poorer and industrial sectors and stuff like that. And I built a long time on that, and now I'm basically finished with most of it. And then if I add a block now to that structure that it has a seat, for example, so anything from a station, a control seat, or anything like that, even a couch, the game freezes for like a second. Because it probably has to adjust so many things, because you added like a function block to it, and it's like, oh god, wait. Yeah, it's maybe half a second or a second that the game freezes and then continues. So it's pretty crazy. I'm almost kinda want to make a copy of it and then destroy it and then see how crazy it gets, you know, lag-wise, but probably not a smart idea. I mean, the copying process in itself will probably take a minute or so. But yeah, you know, it is fun to go for these crazy big projects. Oh god, no! Have mercy on me. There you go. But yeah, again, waiting for the freaking next update. Seriously, and I really hope it's a 3-part update. Again, like personal weapons, small ship weapons, big ship weapons, or maybe personal weapons, ship weapons, defensives, or ship weapons and then suits, or maybe suits next, like armor. That could be a whole theme in itself, like armor, defense, personal defense, no, not personal defense, but, you know, defensive structures and suits and all that stuff. again, I think it would really add a lot to the game if you could have suit inventory slots that you could upgrade with different modules and stuff. Oh yeah, I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky recently, again. This is one of these games that I always tend to come back to every year again. And I don't know why. It's somehow the exploring the universe kind of thing tickles my fancy. I know it's a terrible game. I'm very aware of that. It's not a good or an interesting game, but for me it just... there's something there that I really enjoy. And it's hard to describe. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, let me get more of these, and then we'll get some of that. And then probably maybe some of that, and then we'll see. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, one thing that I have to say about No Man's Sky, especially about the devs, they have been putting free update after free update after free update into that game. And you cannot say anything about that. That is pretty generous. Well, to be fair, what you could say is that the game was basically an absolute mess without these updates. So yeah, fair enough. I can agree with that statement. But still, you know, just basically say, yeah, we will fix this and we will make it better. That is, you know, it's commendable, I feel. Because in today's world, I feel there's a lot of companies that just say, yeah, fuck it. It is what it is. Deal with it. And, you know, again, I play Call of Duty. This is one of these games where I regularly kind of get angry at certain decisions, battle passes and the such. But let's not get into that can of worms. Seriously, there's a lot of things about the whole system there that really piss me off. But it is, yeah, again, it is how it is. Oh yeah, the outside is not quite there yet, is it? I kinda neglected the most important parts here, didn't I? Oh well, we'll make it happen. There you go. But yeah, No Man's Sky. I've had quite a fun expeditions lately. It's a bit weird because of the many updates, a lot of things that were in the game before have changed so much that now there's like things that you have explored, but because they have changed, they don't exist anymore. It's really weird. It's a weird way they've handled it, but I understand it that they had to like throw certain things out. But the game feels a little bit more coherent now. It really does, but yeah. I mean, again, it's a super niche game. And I remember back at the day, I bought it on day one. I didn't pre-order it because why would you pre-order a digital game? They won't run out of stock. That's not a thing. Stop. I know pre-order bonuses are tempting, but don't. But yeah, that's a whole other problem. But yeah, I know it. I remember it on day one that I installed it and I couldn't launch the game because there was. With certain setups, there was a problem with like, I think it was with resolution actually. I had to dig into config files and screw around with those, and it was absolutely atrocious. But it was kind of almost expected. At least for me, I wasn't like super disappointed because I expected it. I thought from a very early point that it was overhyped as fuck. Because I knew I would enjoy the game because, again, I enjoy randomized games with a lot of randomness and exploring and even, you know, like categorizing. I mean, at the height of my playing time in that game. Because right now I'm just dipping in every once in a while to see what's new and just, you know, play a few hours. When I was like really seriously into the game, I had like several Excel files with like naming conventions for planets and animals. I didn't go as far as naming every plant that I was finding because, God, there's gazillions of those. But the animals and the galaxies and the planets, I had like naming conventions for those so that, you know, everything would kind of... the names would feel random, but in the same time they would feel uniform. You know what I mean? Because you cannot... Not every planet is gonna be like some epic cool name. It's just not... That's just not gonna happen. That only happens in like pre-planned universes, you know, where you know, oh, this planet is an important one, so we're gonna give it an important name. You know, that kind of thing. That doesn't work in No Man's Sky. If you go about this way of naming planets in No Man's Sky, after like 2 hours you're exhausted and you don't have any more names, because my goodness. But yeah, it was like a system, like based on how, I think, what was it? It was based on like the temperature of the star, the color of the star, and then mashed together with a part of the galaxy's area that it was in. It was really complicated. And then for the animals, it was a lot of Latinized words based on like the, you know, I was taking like the trait of the animal and then another like 2 or 3 characteristics of the animal, put like translate those characteristics into some random Latin word and then smash them together, and that would create like really officially sounding names. You know what I mean? Like you would imagine that animals would have, if you look at the animals on our planet, you know, their Latinized names, kind of like that. And that was really cool, you know. You really felt like, oh, I'm a scientific explorer. Yes, this is the humongous Dinosaurus Maximus or something like that. No, they were actually far more random than that, believe me. But yeah, my God. Now I'm just discovering things. I'm like uploading the names as they are, because I don't have the freaking time anymore. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I'm gonna be 31 in like 3 days, so yeesh. I have so many other things that I should do, so I cannot spend time on nonsense like that. Especially like, you know, I always say if you had fun, then it's not time wasted, especially when it comes to games, because there's a lot of people who say, oh, you waste so much time playing games. And I'm like, you know, as long as I had fun playing those games and I didn't feel like, oh, that was a mistake, then I don't see that as wasted time. It's a good example for when I stopped playing World of Warcraft. That's the moment when the game didn't feel fun anymore to me. You know what I mean? That's when it felt like wasted time, and that's when I stopped. And that's why I don't do the crazy No Man's Sky naming anymore, because it doesn't feel fun to me anymore, so I don't do it. Again, I really feel that everybody who says like, oh yeah, a hobby X, and it's not just gaming, it's other hobbies too. This hobby is a waste of time. No, it's not. If you have fun, it's not a waste. Absolutely not. There's a discussion about, is it worth it compared to X? That's another discussion, but that is something that's very objective, so... well, to be fair, I generally don't understand people who want to put their hobbies or their interest above other people's. You know, everybody likes... Jesus Christ. That was good. That was very good. But yeah, everybody likes different things. And it's good like that. That's how it's supposed to be. If everybody would love the same thing, it would be extremely boring and things would be complicated and annoying. So, you know, I never understood people that put other people down for certain hobbies. I just don't know why you would do that. But hey, there you go. Jesus Christ, man. That was a weird death. I didn't expect me to slam into that wall so hard. God damn. That was vicious. Alright, where's my body? There it is. There you go. There. Wait. I think something is wrong here. Yeah, you can go. Right, so as you can see, we're putting the what you call them, catwalks on. You know what? I'm like thinking, should we put like some stairs on that go like down here as well, like all the way down? You know, like that maybe? Well, kinda. So that we also can go down all the way to the bottom, or should these be attached to the catwalks? The thing is, if we let them go to the outside like this, then, well, actually, if we, oh, look at that, if we do it like this, then that works out quite nicely. Huh. Then we can incorporate that little edge there, that little corner bit as well. Yeah, that's actually kind of nice. I like it. Now we just need to change these up to one railing. Let me just, there we go, get these. So like this, you will have access to these parts, and I took the railings off of these specifically so you can basically, you know, you can have access to the reactors in full if you need to like repair them, for example. So that is fine, just like that. And then we go down to the bottom floor, and maybe we'll tie up some stuff here and then maybe put some stations down here. I'm not quite sure, we'll see. Yeah, let's just get welding. I will need a lot of different stuff for these. I do not have the required components here at all. I do have some interior plates, but not more than that. But to be fair, if we can strike the interior we cannot quite strike them out of our inventory. We need some more, but yeah. Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good start. So, let's think about this. We need about, I'd say, 10 more interior plates. Make it 20, so we're sure. 100 of those, 100 of those, and then girders as well. Then we have some extra space, so let's just pack some extra bits here and there. There we go. That's fine. That body location is kind of triggering me, but I think it should go away after a while, shouldn't it? I think so, at least. Yeah, we might need a whole bunch more small tubes, actually. I don't think we have nearly enough. No, not even close. And we're only done with one side. Jeesh. Well, at least the girders were okay on. So construction components and tubes is the next step. And then I was kind of wondering if we should go to one of the planets once this thing is finished. Like the moon or the Mars-like thing. Or I'm actually not quite sure. We'll see. Right. Let's try and finish this off this time. That would be very nice, so that next time we can start working on the let's call it the machine room, the gyro room. Gyro room sounds really weird for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, it's basically what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the gyro room, and it's gonna be above this. You might also just, for convenience sake, just slap some batteries in this room as well, potentially. I'll have to think about this. Maybe we will. Alright, so all of these have been welded. Excellent. Right, let me think about this real quick. I kind of want to have some stations here, so I'm gonna put some upside down catwalks right here and over here as well. Oh, now we need more girders, of course, but yeah. And then we'll put some stations No, not like this. Seats. There we go. Control seats. Some of these I want to put down here. Either these or these. I'm not quite sure which ones. Probably these ones. You know, just kind of like a... As like control stations, so to speak, for the reactors, if that makes sense. Right. We'll also need some of that. And let's get some computers in if we can. And then also we need to put in some light. Alright, let's weld these first. Most excellent. Oh god. There we go. Jesus, that was weird. Motors, computers, and displays. Yeah, we'll come up with that right away. Now, what I also want is some rails. And we're gonna slap some rails on. You know what? I think we can put some rail on the... No, we cannot. Okay. I want to put the rail like this, because that... In this way, it allows me to put like crates up against the rail, which I feel looks really nice, you know, for me. So I'm gonna put them like this. I know it's a bit awkward because they get like over the edge there a bit, but I think that's acceptable. It also means if this thing breaks, then the rail right next to it will fall down, because it's not really connected to anything, I don't think. But that's fine. So, construction components, displays, computers, motors, check. Construction components, displays, computers, motors. Construction computer, and then I think I need 200 of those at least, so we need to get rid of some of those. There we go.
Energy low.
Yes, 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 yes. I know. I know. Let me just juice up a bit. But yeah, we're almost finished with the room. I don't think we have to put too much more in there. Or at least not right now. We might still... we still have some little bit spare room. But I think... Yeah. Oh yeah, right. The room above it is going to be battery room. And then there is going to be the gyro room. Right, that's what it was. That's why I didn't want to put batteries down here. That makes sense. Alright, so these are all welded. This one is not. There we go. Okay, and then, I mean, down here there's not going to be much, really. I might just for the sake of having it a little bit more rounded, I might just do this. You know, so it looks a little bit more clean, so to speak. Might also put some more stuff down here as well, around here, but yeah. Let's just slap some lights on. Where do we put them? We'll put one of them here. One of them here. And then here above, right where the staircases are. And then below, I don't think I want too much light down below, because that's only for maintenance. And if you go for maintenance, you will have to have a torch anyway, in my opinion. A good engineer always has a torch and a lamp, you know. So that's fine. Right, so these two controls, so the control stations. So we have to create a new thing here that's called Reactor Room. And it's gonna be Reactor... Let's just call this the Reactor 1. This is gonna be Reactor 2. Reactor 2. And then we get the... Oh god, there's so many unnamed things. What is this called? Oh, the control seat, yeah. Control I'm just gonna call it that. Then we have our interior lights. There we go. Just get these in line. Bit of radius onto those, a bit of offset. Let's go to 11. Right. Yeah, that's good enough light. Even down here we still have decent lighting. Up here we have good lighting. That's very nice. Let's get some of these crates going that I said. I might even... let's see. Might even get some storage shelves. Although storage shelves are really a bummer to construct. I hate that they take so many components to make, but it kind of does make sense. Okay, we need interior plates and construction components. We shall get those. We shall. Where are they? There we go. That should do the trick. Actually, let me take some more steel plates with me, because I want to kind of pretty up the room a bit more before we end this. Right. Yeah. You know, like stuff like this or like that, when you can place them right up against the frickin' the railing. I like this. It looks very cozy and comfy, you know, very close. So that's why I did it like that. Just like that. Right. So that's pretty much it. Again, I'm probably gonna do some more like prettying up. Maybe something like that. So that we have, actually we might just, yeah, let's place this block right here. Like so. Yeah, that makes it look a little bit more tidy. Just a bit more. Actually, we can even extend this to here. Then it looks a lot more tidy. And then you still have the conveyor part down here. I might even... Yeah, no, I don't really want to clank this up too much down here. I mean, I might just do some more edges here. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Let me put down here. Yeah. Cozy little reactor room. Very nice indeed. I like it. The two control seats. I mean, I could just like put some like data on these screens, you know, just for looks, or maybe there's like an automated LCD script that actually displays some interesting statistics about the reactors. I will have to look this up if there's something like that. But yeah, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.